Hey folks, it's Bill the Miniature Model Maker coming to you again. Here we go. I just spent a little bit of time cleaning up the parts from the leg this morning so we can put them together and see how they go. Let me just get myself going here. Make sure I am live. I am live now. There we are. Very nice. Okay. So we're going back to the leg and starting to put it together again. And I think I forgot something I was going to do. Dang it. Okay. Well, shoot. That's going to be... Oh, hello, person. How are you? Thanks for coming by to visit. I'm putting together the leg for this Zaku 2. And I'm having a bit of a detail enjoyment time with it. Because this is quite the detailed little leg. And the next step we have is to put part 43 where it needs to go. And it looks like it's going like so. Okay. And because I can, we're going to get the God hands out. We're doing it, folks. Oh, that's probably 1.25, isn't it? Yep. Oh well, we're not going to do that one. We're just going to open up this. Open up the glue. I was just over at the Tabletop Minions stream listening to Adam do his thing, and they were talking about acetone and made me think, okay, well, maybe I should start working on my kit again today. Get that gluing thing going on. If you're interested in tabletop gaming and don't know of Tabletop Minions, I very highly recommend checking him out. He's probably one of the greatest advocates for wargaming, tabletop gaming in general, and is an excellent teacher and has a fantastic voice. Here we go. So he's an easy guy to listen to. And then 6 is putting the foot on. Okay, that's easy enough. Just need to be careful with this cement. Put a little bit back here. Okay. Give that a second to cure. Alright, so 7 is putting this thing on. And this is a bit of a cheeky piece of plastic. Okay. So we want to look at this, and we're going to put these parts on first. So parts 51 and 52 are going to go on here first. And this is the piece that I cut those off of. First time I put this one together, it almost completely broke off. And the second one, I just went ahead and cut it off ahead of time. Okay, now we're just dry fitting here because our little boosters need to go in. And if I'm remembering correctly, it's like that. So like that. And like that. Yes, okay. So the boosters have different angles where they, at the top, which means they go in different holes. And I just wanted to check and make sure. The boosters on the outside. Here we go. Push that down in. Now, don't get me wrong, I really do love these kits. But some of this assembly is just crazy. Okay. And in you go. Okay, now, if I want to be smart, I will put this piece on now. But you gotta be careful with it. You gotta be so careful. To not mess up the booster. Here we go. This leg may be janked. I might have forgotten to do an important step on these, which is thinning down the pegs. No, there we go. Okay. This may be as good as this one gets. Let's see if we can get some glue splooge going on here. Alright, there we go. Now let's take a look and see where this, yes, this piece is not going to go on yet because we have things we need to clean and paint on the leg. So that is going to remain a separate part for a while. But I am going to put the back of this booster on before I forget and give it a bit of a sanding down. Here we are. And a touch of glue up there, like so. And here. And pushing. Alright, so barring cleaning and then painting, that leg is done. So we can move on to the next, which will be taking it apart. So the question might be, why am I taking these apart? Well, because I want to make sure that I get everything cleaned up. And I'm kind of redoing my build guides along with it. Give it some better graphics or our video quality. Plus, after having assembled them, I know even better now some possible tips and tricks. And here we are. Please tell me I didn't glue this. Okay, you're not glued. There we go. There we go. That's everything. So we'll get our file out. And first have to find our file. Right there. Okay. You a little bit. And now do a little bit of scraping, pre-scraping on some of these mold holes, mold issues. And then get the sandpaper out like we did the last time. Same old story, same old song and dance, my friend. Just clean up. See how this looks with there, a little bit of scraping. There we go. That's better. You know, I should probably be taking a nap instead of doing this. I'm feeling a bit tired. But the plastic calls. It's called the Wild. That's a 2.0. That's the 1.5. It's like what Nathan Lane's character in The Birdcage said, when the schmecken beckons. Kinda have to answer it. Well, hello, Swift-Winded. How are you? I am building Gundam Artifact Phase 4, Kit 14, the Zaku High Mobility type. Glad to hear it. So I did, over on YouTube, I built all of them. I got all these little guys for Christmas, and they fall apart easily if you don't glue them. So now, over here, I'm going back through and taking it all apart and gluing everything and detailing it. Here's an example of what I've just finished last stream. That's what they look like after being messed up with. Ooh, that's exciting. Uh, do I have an RG? No, they're plastic. It's ABS. They're let me here. That's what they are. Tiny. Now that's part of their marketing gimmick is molding them in that resin colored plastic, but it's ABS, and there are currently five phases, um, of which phase five is on its way from Japan to the States now, or throughout the rest of the world. So I don't have that yet. Um, LED kit PGU. What's a PGU? I'm very new to the Gunpla hobby. I only got into it through these artifacts. Perfect Grade Unleashed. Is that like an upgrade kit for normal perfect grade, or that particular model that you have? Yeah, yeah. That's generally the only time of year when I get models. I was like, thank you for the Christmas money, or here, I don't need more socks or anything like that. So go ahead and get me these models, and they last me throughout the year, sometimes longer. Okay, okay. That sounds rather complex and interesting. The the complexity of it is. How long does it normally take you to build one of those kits at that grade and difficulty? Oh heck yeah! I can completely understand that. I was very sick for a while a few years ago and was confined to a hospital room. So having something like this where you can take like exactly like you said, where you can take your time and enjoy the process and get eke every little minute of joy out of it. I completely get that. Dude, I am sorry to hear that. It sucks. It sucks. So I hope what you've got is, if not curable, then eventually get up, get out, and back into your own space. Like a bad breakup when you're done. Well, that was fast. It's like my dating life before I got married. Yeah, and these. I mean, if I it, when I did the initial builds on these, it took an hour and a half. Like, and that was searching for parts and things like that. Now I'm like, this is just gonna. I'm gonna take my time, get it all done right, because these are, well, here in the states, if you buy them individually, $7 or $8 a piece. Oh, yeah, that's. And thank God for cats. Mine gave me a reason to keep going. One of these, one of these years, I'll get myself a. I don't know. I kind of want to try just getting a cheap HG when they're on sale, and then really tricking it out. If it's on sale, like Hobby Lobby sale. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, oh, phone holder. I'm using this on a really junky webcam. Just make sure to run through a program like OBS. Um, my initial forays over at YouTube went through the YouTube thing, and the compression killed the video quality. Now running through OBS has made a huge difference, even though nothing else in the setup has changed. So you could do it if you've got a phone. That might work. Give it a try. I don't know what your phone quality is, and it may be enough. Just make sure when you do a test, like watch it back on your phone on a small screen to make sure that it looks good that way. That was my downfall. I didn't do that. Fantastic. Sounds like you're good to go. Nice. Nice. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little bit of thinking and talking here for a second because there is a specific order that these parts need to go in. And that is part 34 and 22. So let's get those. 34 and 22. So just for reference, I have average size hands for an adult guy. And this part's 4 millimeters across at its longest, which is fun. It's kind of like repairing a watch, but then it also, you'll see here in a little bit if you stick around, it's going to get frustrating too. Do you do any painting of them or just building? Hmm. Smart, smart, smart. Oh man, the extra adhesive on the side of this sandpaper is already catching cat hairs all over the place. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say if you're in a place where you can't like spray paint or airbrush, two things for you. The sponge was one, and if you get a brush on primer, the sponge can work really well. And then this kind of dry brush. It's a less expensive brand, very affordable. And I've seen there's a Warhammer based painter guy from the Artis Opus brand. He makes the high end of this style dry brush, and the effects that he can achieve with that, it's unreal, unreal. So between your sponge and brushes like that, I bet you could get a very high quality paint job in your circumstances. Does he look like a cult leader? Is it Liam from Millennial Model Mayhem? Or the really dry personality that paints wild painting? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It it took me a while to get used to him, but after watching his series on how he hand painted his models for tabletop gaming, I've adjusted. Now I just have to adjust to all the belching on the channel. Yeah, I got into this whole thing through the tabletop wargaming, Warhammer um, side, and saw an English gentleman kit bashing these artifacts for his Warhammer army, and I was like, wait a minute, what are those? And I got into it. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to use these in a tabletop game. And then, wouldn't you know it, like a month later, they announced Gundam Assemble, a tabletop game using miniature gunpla. Okay, now I'm gonna have to be concentrating here for a second. This part is really small. Yeah, he is pretty funny once you realize his personality and style. And he's a pretty good painter too. I I like how he did his Gamma Wolves projects. They kind of remind me of Rainbow Sherbet in a good way. Do you see a model and you definitely know who painted it? One of his gunplay. Yeah, it's totally obvious it's him. There, the patterns he achieves is really interesting, and the color combos he chooses, like the the blueberry pop tart. That inspiration. I'm like, dude, you've got it going on. I've got to give you credit for that. Okay. So how do you find my channel? I'm I don't get a whole lot of visitors given to metal models. Okay, so let's I'm curious about metal models. I'm seeing more and more videos for those things pop up, but they look like they're very small scale. Are they like die-cast toys? I don't know. How do you So I grew up in the 80s, and die-cast toys were really common for some of the bigger things, for like Transformers and stuff. So are they like those? Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, so you're kind of building the internal structure and then putting stuff on top of it. I may get one of those for my nephew. He's he's getting to be about that age and is a born engineer. So I think that might be something that would be good for him. parts are prepared. Now we come to the really evil part. Okay. I'll look up at the screen in just a moment. Unfortunately, these kits aren't... Son of a bitch. Nope, is that the wrong part? Did I? I did pick up the wrong part. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, emergency. Will Robinson, emergency. We can fix that, though. That's doable. Alright, there we go. Alright, so you build it all. Did a praying mantis, scorpion, seahorse just... I will, thank you. Yeah, he is good, and so is his dad. They're both really hands-on, tactile people. But if they're $150 a piece, how do you go in there? Okay, well, $50 is... That's a little bit more manageable. Okay, that's going to need to be cleaned up. Vicious flower plant? Is that a like a Venus flytrap? Here we are. Which is it? What is it? Is it a local company? Oh my gosh. Temu? Wish? AliExpress? Oh, that's alright. I was just curious if you knew off the top of your head. I'm really not going to be buying any more models for a while. I've got plenty to be working on. I'll check it out. Thank you. Probably won't buy anything, but at least kits. Tools, on the other hand. Uh-oh, that's my problem. Always wanting the next little tool that will help me build my models better. Hmm. Okay. That's that's pretty compelling. I've got a friend who does um, full-size Gunpla kit reviews and builds. I'll send him that info. He's got young kids, so any cost savings I'm sure would be appreciated. Oh, yeah, I totally get that. If I didn't have 21 kits sitting in front of me, I might not have gotten into this where I am. Okay, so now you go in the front, you go there. Ooh, shiny. Yes. Shiny or ooh, precise. Ooh. You can help me make my panels even smoother? Oh. Razorgate said, I'm not familiar with that. So I don't usually build large scale models. The biggest thing the biggest thing I have is roughly HG if you're talking Gunpla terms. So I don't know a lot of, okay. Zero nub marks. That is my perennial enemy is nub marks. Okay, 3 is that. I once I'm in a little bit better state, I'll be getting myself some nice clippers. Pretty much everything I have now is already clipped out though. That's the irony of it. Yeah, yes, that's kind of what I do. I use a little bit more coarse sandpaper than that, and I've got knives and things to shave the things away if I need to. And then lots of sandpaper. Yeah. That's the best method as far as I want to try one of these days, but they're generally so big and these kits are so small that I don't really have a need for it at the moment. Now I have a ton of really old Macross Robotech models that one day will be assembled, and I probably will use it then. Okay, little one. What's your problem? What's your problem? Why are you not happy with me? What's your problem, part? Are they blades like this? Like an X-Acto blade? Or razor? These are, if you like little model kits, these are a whole lot of fun. But you just need to have patience, decent eyesight, or really good glasses, and some dexterity. Okay, a lot of dexterity. That sounds like the blades I see a lot of the Japanese builders using. Maybe a little bit thicker, stockier blade, but shorter. Well, then you may be in luck. These are Gundam Artifacts, and I am a big proponent of them. If That's not a bad trait to have. You know, enough time. I can't say the same about myself. But that's okay. Alright, squeeze together. Good, good, good. Yeah, that sounds fun. That in cutting the plot plate, measuring all of that, getting everything set, that that sounds like a heck of a lot of fun to me. Yeah, some of the favorite people I watch over on YouTube are, um, at least as far as Gunpla are concerned, are do a lot of that upgrades, customization, and just seeing how they work. And they're knowing that they've got that engineering, design, artistic thing going on is inspiring. Well, I haven't done any videos of customization yet. I probably won't because these are totally possible to customize them. I've seen folks do it, and but they're too small. And it's not like I can just walk to the store and pick up another one if I screw it up. These are once a year, and that's that. They never come again. Oh, we got 3 people on the channel. Hello, hello. Who was number 3? Please introduce yourself. You should. That sounds like good content. You know, or if you can record it and put it up on YouTube for for archive's sake, if nothing else. But I know there are people out there who want guides to things and enjoy long form stuff. Okay. So person number 3, what brings you here today? You here to watch some random dude scrape mold lines off tiny little plastic models, huff glue, and chat with random strangers? Hmm. Yeah. And you know, having had certain life experiences, seeing other people encountering joy also is a good thing. Sign me up. Well, you sign yourself up. Hit that follow button. I stream very often, sometimes multiple times a day. Anytime I want to work on a model, I am always tempted to turn the camera on. I usually do. Sometimes I just need a break where I can sit and at least clean parts between streams. Thank you. Well, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. These little artifacts are a very, very niche thing. So any additional publicity I can get to help people find the channel to see me doing these artifacts is definitely appreciated. These guys? Yeah, they are. Oh yeah. I mean, now if you buy them individually, I they come in a box of 10. So you get 5 each and two each of 5 different models. So $70 is at once can be a bit daunting for some people. But if you think about it, that's easily a year's worth of content if you take it at content of things to do if you take it at the speed I do. Okay, now 3, then 4. So step 4, that's this tiny little piece going into here. Yikes. Yeah, easy. Oh, yes, I get what you say. You're responding. Okay. Because the painting of them can be fun too. I am and am not looking forward to painting them. It's been a while since I've painted anything like serious. And I want to do a good job, but also the painting scene on social media is crazy. Thankfully for me, the most folks doing painting of these artifacts is like you would for a normal gunpla, a basic, you know, base layer, base coat. So I'll be in good stead amongst that crew. But there are some folks out there who just are mind-blowingly good. Whether it's using their airbrush and masking the tiniest little things off, or just really good with a brush. That sounds cool, really. And I'm not monetized. I haven't even set up my bank account over here. It's just nice to have people around to yap with. And if some company sees this and eventually wants to start sending me free tools, yeah, sure. Why not? Free paints? Sure, why not? But I don't need money. That sounds weird. We all need money. I'm not doing this for the money. There we go. The time that people are giving watching is a lot more valuable than dollars and cents. Mm-hmm. Well, do it. Do it. Do it. What are you waiting for? Some other streamer to tell you to go ahead and do it? Some random person? Well, hopefully by the time that it does, you'll be rolling in those Bezos bucks and your Amazon Prime subs and can order yourself more kits. Woohoo! Alright, can I... Yes, this'll fit. Nice, nice, nice. Lucky. If my grand video empire can be self-sustaining, that is more than enough. Alright, let's see. The next part here is 5, and that's this little guy here. Have you been cleaned up, little one? No, you have not. Well, 4 people. Hello, new visitor. Thank you for stopping by. Introduce yourself. What brings you here today? On this lovely Friday afternoon. Are you a bot gonna tell me how I can get cheap paid viewers? Go right ahead, because that's engagement. That's a comment. It counts and the algorithm likes it. As long as they're not trying to peddle adult sites or whatever, we can all find those things on our own. Yeah, I have no desire to farm haters just for engagement. But the errant bot here and there, okay, that's doable. It's the internet. Morons are everywhere. Individuals are fine. People in large groups can often be stupid. Large groups of people on the internet are morons. I have a feeling I will I will never need a moderator. I think. Small models, small mind, small channel. Oh, wait, wait. Hold the press. Hold the press, people. Where did you go? There you are. Oh, phew. It's ABS. So your the Tamiya Extra Thin will do a number on this. You have to be very gentle with it, very sparing. But yeah, like the folks over at Gundam Country are going to have them when they arrive. Uh, I got mine pre-ordered from someone, and they have not been exactly communicative about when they're expecting them. And you can go on eBay or Amazon or AliExpress. I'm surprised they have any left at all. Which ones do they have? And I'll tell you if they're any good. Yeah, I've it kind of pains me to say it, but I've had a more positive experience with AliExpress than I have with many US based vendors. Not all. These guys were good, which is why I have their sticker up on my thing. Gundam Artifact. Okay, you're in the proper orientation. It happens. Autocorrect often gets me. That's usually what kills it. Okay, small part. Behave. Be nice. Yeah, my problem is I have a small phone. Up until I started doing this video making, I really had no need for the latest and greatest tech. Okay, all I have at the minute is there you are. Thank you for the engagement, Mr. Bot. We were just talking about you. Took you a while to show up. Yeah, well, $7 plus shipping, unless of course you order enough to get free shipping. Just buy yourself some scribing tools. Right? That's an unfortunate truth. Thank God for exchange rates. How long have I been doing this for now? Whoa. Okay. That must be 5 models for 35. Is that phase 5? Is that the newest one? And when is it going to be available? Because that's a good deal. That's how I got most of mine. Only one of my phases came in the full 10 box. The others were the smaller 5 or 6 model box for 35. That's good to know. Bandai Shokugun Artifact 2? 2 on Walmart? Hold on a second. Let me see. Do I have Shoku Phase 2? 4. 2. Oh, 2's a good one. Full Armor Gundam. That's pretty easy to build. The gym has a couple fiddly pieces on it. The Full Armor Gundam looks... Not the full armor, the V2 Assault Buster looks awesome. And Jim, where are you? Did you fall apart? Nope, he didn't. He's right here. Jim. The backpack can be a little weird and these legs are very weak. But otherwise, that's a fun kit to build. Um, then the Domtropin and Zaku 3. So the special color for this phase was clear green. There's the Zaku 3. Yeah, 35 bucks for that? I would almost be tempted to buy that myself, but I don't need. I don't know. Another full armor, another Domtropin. Maybe we'll see. If you, yeah, I highly recommend Phase Two. If you can get it, that's a really good start. It's got a good combination of manageable to really intense kits. Uh, which one was what? I mean, there. I'm not a big fan of the GM Thunderbolt, but all the rest of them are top notch in that. If I were to get that, I would start with the full armor, then go to the Domtropin, then the gym, then the Assault Buster, and do the Zaku 3 last. The Zaku's got a couple fiddly parts. And I bet you've got all the tools you need. I'm using super thin, but super glue actually might be your better bet. The super thin is harsh on the ABS, and I've melted parts before. But I have, super thin's what I have, so I use it. Um, a lot of folks over in Asia who I've seen building these use the MadWorks black cyanoacrylic, which you can get rubberized CA glue, which is probably what that is here, um, and it's a lot nicer on the ABS. Just don't, if you do get these, don't get any of the um, like the Home Depot ABS glues. I've tried some and they cure too fast, they're too thick. Even though the price is right, they're not intended. They're not formulated for model use and aren't great for it. Had good luck with what so far? Was that when I was talking about the CA glue? Yeah. Thin is my go-to. It works really well on the Warhammer models I use. and pretty well on these. The thing I like most about it is, well, I'll show you while I'm gluing this part on. With these little tiny pieces, trying to minimize the mold lines and gaps, or not mold lines, just the gap lines. Being able to use the capillary action to yeah, I do that sometimes too, depending on what I need it for it to be doing. Like if it's a nice big flat or nice big panel without much detail on it, um, yeah, I might run a bead over a join, but like here. So what I can do is, and my camera's not going to be detailed, can't focus enough to show, but there's about a 0.1 mil gap, and then just so for me it's the capillary action to get into the little detail parts that I can't always reach. That's one of the biggest draws for me with minis. And then of course the glue splooge you get afterwards to fill in the holes. For your kits, totally. Yeah, I mean, your kits have so much open space that would, I could see that easily damaging things. 4 people in chat, hello, hello. Or 4 people in the channel. One of those is me, one of those is Swift. Who are you other two? Thank you for stopping by. Nope, and they went away. I guess I scared them. Talking to lurkers scares them away. Alright. Did I? Ooh, boy, I think I glued this one. Did I glue you? Yes, I did. Okay, so I glued you both. Did I really? Or are you just pretending? You're not pretending. Okay. So I guess we're going to clean this one up the hard way. Which actually isn't super hard. I already put some time into this one. Okay. Okay. We may be in a really good place, folks. Let's see here. Yes, we are. Just need to do a bit of sanding. in place. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. That's good enough. There we go. Now, which of you is which? Doesn't really matter. We can figure out later. And we just scrape here. I love these little spin blades. They are very handy. This one, the 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. That's a nice. Yeah, tools do add up really fast. Like it's sick how fast that they do. Thankfully, these are many years worth of accumulated tools. Okay. And yet I still default back to my X-Acto knife. You can take the Warhammer out. Excuse me. You can take the builder out of Warhammer, but you can't take the Warhammer out of the builder. Well, let me know how they work when you get them. I'm a bit hesitant to try Temu, but if they work, they work. That's good to hear. I wonder if that was... well, we won't speculate on why that happened. Not in public discourse. Yeah, I saw set a nice little vise, like one of those round ones where you actual vise, not a pin vise. Those are on my list of things to get next. But they're not exactly high on the list because I don't really need them for these guys. I'm not doing any sort of kit bashing or plot plate work. Okay. And I think that, my friend, is going to be the end of today's, or this stream. I'll probably be back later on today, this evening. Yeah, I mean, Amazon, there are, I used to work in another hobby industry, not modeling, but it was definitely a hobby industry in research and development. And there are only so many places in the world that make things, and 50 to 90% of the time, the light that I'm currently using is also made and sold by 10 other companies in the world. Or made in the same factory, just rebranded, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm not surprised if the tools you see direct from China on Temu are also rebranded and sold on Amazon exactly the same. So, well, I will catch you. Thank you for the follow again. I appreciate that a lot. same with pet food, fish food, cereal, pet food. There are only like it was the pet industry. There are only like 3 or 4 major pet food factories in the country, and I will leave you with that. Remember that this is a hobby. If it doesn't bring joy, don't do it. And be good to yourselves. Bye bye.